more points scored as opposed to the 6 in the first game? I sure hope so. But it's your boy, Ray Jarvis. I'm going to fight you, Andre.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Old Brightside Field, the Eagles' Nest, where today the New York City Public Schools and the Public Schools Athletic League present the 2024 PSAL 3A Conference Football Title Game. And all featuring the number 2 seeded Engineers from Brooklyn Tech. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, the starting offense for Brooklyn Tech at quarterback, number 1, Tristan Suarez. At tight end, number 4, James Wright IV. With the playing of our national anthem, the flag is located at the top of the field house. Word? On the chain crew, Kim Valentine.
These are the top 2 seeds in the 3A going up against each other. Fort Hamilton was able to get the win slightly over Brooklyn Tech in the first matchup. But I would say Brooklyn Tech has one of the best wins in the playoffs, defeating APR in the semifinal. Their defense has been stout all year long. So let's see how it plays in this rematch with Fort Hamilton. All right, so Fort Hamilton, offensive juggernaut. They have one of the best players in all of the PSA, 2 of the best players in all of the PSAL. First, Aiden Farley, the quarterback, is the 2nd leading passer in the entire PSAL. And then they also have Harold Marshall III, only a sophomore. Dynamic running back, physical, bruising running back. He also has agility, and he also has great hands. So he's a threat in all phases of offense. And for Brooklyn Tech, it's all about their defense. One of the most stout defenses in the whole league. A bit of a styles clash, but Brooklyn Tech are no slouch on defense as well, on offense as well.
We're getting our affairs in order here at Sage as the referees meet at midfield after the coin toss. We're about to get into some championship football action. Should be a fun one. Defense versus offense. You know I love to see that kind of energy, so it should be a goodie. Both sides take the field. It looks as though Fort Hamilton will be receiving the kick.
And number 21, Zaire Thomas.
Kickoff formation for Brooklyn Tech.
Are we ready for some football?
Yes, we are.
Mr. Official, it's
4 quarters of action on the way. We have Andre back on deck.
Man, let me tell you something, Ray. This is one of the matchups I think everyone in the city has been looking forward to. The 3A has been one of the most competitive divisions all year long, and it's only suiting that the top 2 seeds meet in the championship. And that's Harold Marshall on the run. As you can see, he has a lane up the left sideline. This is not the player you want returning the ball, let me tell you that.
Big time return after the squib kick. Got a few blocks. I was a little concerned about him going lateral, but once he turned the corner, he was out of there. Great start for Fort Hamilton inside Brooklyn Tech territory. That's the way you start a championship game.
Like I said, Harold Marshall, I didn't even know he was on the return team as well, but he is the man for Fort Hamilton, along with Aiden Farley, of course, and the Porter brothers, number 2, August Porter, and number 13, Aiden Porter. So let's see how they line up. 1st and 10 already in Brooklyn Tech territory. Give the ball right back to Harold Marshall. Makes a cut, and you see the vision, you see the power carrying players. Harold Marshall III, everyone.
That right there, big time run. Not just the speed, but the ability to shed tackles, slippery and strong. Big run, just outside the red zone.
And let me tell you guys something. Ray Jarvis is a football savant. And I could tell, I looked over, he said, okay, young fella. Okay, I seen that, I saw that.
Because it wasn't just like power, it was a little bit of everything on that run.
Ray is hard to impress, and Harold has impressed him. Aiden pulls it, has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Fort Hamilton. Aiden Farley to August Porter.
That's how you do it. Quick rollout, wide open receiver, pass on the money. We got action here in Brooklyn. Touchdown, Fort Hamilton. We will have an exciting game in the second half of this doubleheader. I'm hyped. This is what I like to see, Andre.
I was just about to get to that. I know you're fired up.
Yes, sir.
I know you're fired up.
Oh, man, 3 plays in a tutty? Let's talk about it.
As you can see, honestly, across the whole PSAL, Fort Hamilton have one of the most balanced attacks. Aiden Farley, the second leading passer in the entire PSAL. Harold Marshall III, tremendous running back. He's going to take it in. He took it in the Wildcat, but there was a flag on the play.
Probably a legal procedure coming up.
Interesting. So misalignment here. So you already see this is a stark contrast to the previous game.
Right.
Congratulations to Eagle Queens, as they are your PSAL 2A champions. And now Aiden Farley comes back onto the field trying to convert the 2-point conversion.
Strong performance by Eagles defense in that championship game. I will remember that for a very long time. Still going for 2 after the penalty.
Aiden looks right, throws right back to Mr. Porter. Toe tap it, and that's a 2-point conversion.
Too easy. That was too easy. It's almost like they practiced it.
8, Brooklyn Tech 0.
Man, just like I said. So pretty much every player I highlighted say, yo, Dre, shout out to you, man. Watch this.
Script this. We got meeting before the game. I said, this is what we're going to do, all right? We need this for the stage team. Can you do that for me? I bet. You can tell me off the air. It's all right.
Fort Hamilton with the fast start. But again,
we're not even a minute into the first quarter and it's 8 points on the board.
That was it 3 plays? No, it was 2 plays. That was 2 plays, right? That is efficiency.
Oh, yeah.
That's efficiency, Ray.
I'm going to tell you right now, Brooklyn Tech, if that's how it's going to be, you in for a long afternoon. Tighten up, fellas.
Now, let me tell you, Brooklyn Tech definitely has a counter punch. They're not in this championship game by accident. As Aiden also is the kicker, as he sends it to the right sideline, and it will go out of bounds.
Legal procedure penalty on the way. Brooklyn Tech will be set up at the 35-yard line and trying to respond to that early haymaker from Fort Hamilton.
So shout out to all of our sponsors. In the bottom left, that's Lights Out Performance. And in the top right, you see a slideshow of COG Sports and Pierre's Real Estate Solutions.
Kick out of bounds. Brooklyn Tech is opted to take the ball at the 35-yard line. They will start from there, 1st and 10.
Strongest brand for high school sports in New York City.
So here are the Brooklyn Tech Engineers, led by number 12, Michael Jung.
Timeout on the field.
That's an official's timeout.
Reset. Balls being placed on the left hash. Everything is in order for us to get back to the action. That's why we're here. We want to see football.
So again, ready to get started. Jet sweep. Has a man streaking down the field, but it is incomplete. Broken up by August Porter.
Everything you wanted there. Complete misdirection. All of the eyes of the Fort Hamilton defense was in the backfield, but that pass got there a little bit too late, giving the defense a chance to recover. But as a receiver, you still got to bring that in.
No, agreed. Mr. Klossner streaking down the middle of the field, couldn't pull it in, but that was a great play by August Porter.
I'd like to revisit that play later in the game from Brooklyn Tech.
Absolutely. So this is Michael in the backfield, sending a man in motion. Hands it off this time to number 1. He runs with some power, still on his feet. Tremendous one by Tristan Suarez.
Strong run there, 9 yards. I love the kind of offense that they're running, a lot of motion, making the defense think before they act as opposed to strictly reacting. Strong run there, able to finish the run without a whistle. 3rd and short coming up.
So again, we're in for quite the different football game. It's a little warmer. You see the sun is out a little more, probably raised about 7 degrees about.
Big boy football coming up here.
So traditional I formation here. And they get him.
Discipline, penalties, costing you a guaranteed 5 yards.
So one thing to note for sure, Brooklyn Tech, I think they have about 20 more players than Fort Hamilton has. So let's see as the game goes on if, having more subs comes into play.
If the kind of offense that Brooklyn Tech runs, it's gonna leave this Fort Hamilton defense tired as the game rolls along.
Yeah, as you can see, some key players for Fort Hamilton are going both ways. Harold Marshall III, August Porter, you saw him earlier. So let's see if Brooklyn Tech can wear him down. Heavy to the left, runs the counter to the right. Great blocking on the edge. Mr. Suarez has enough for the first down.
As much as I love vertical passing offense, I never get enough of I formation runs with strong blocking, great vision by the running back to find the hole and waiting until the exact moment it bounces to the outside. About a 15, 16-yard run right there. First down for Brooklyn Tech.
And great blocking from number 21, the up back Elijah on that. Definitely want to shout out our lead blockers.
Good old-fashioned football right there.
As we go into the shotgun, 2-back set. Fakes it, catches it. Nice hands, nice footwork. Number 13, Ezra Jose, gets it inside the 10-yard line.
Ezra Jose running the quick slant, good hands on the high pass, and did the rest himself, almost scoring on that play.
And I'm really liking the composure of Michael Jung.
I'm liking the pace of this game already. You can see, as Meek Mill says, another Meek Mill quote, there are levels to this. As we get into the 3A division, you're seeing high-quality football on both sides from both teams.
So another 2-back set. Nice little scoop pass, but Fort Hamilton are not fooled. Number 55, Jaden Roman, all over that.
Fort Hamilton not fooled by the shovel pass. That play design, in fact, was a little too cute for my taste. Takes too long to develop, and good defenses will always blow that up in the backfield.
So that was the first negative play for Brooklyn Tech. Everything has been working for them so far.
Yeah. Throw that play away. Don't come back to it at all.
So it's going to be about a 2nd and 14. Michael under center. I formation again. Hands it off. And he is met by Harold Marshall III. Shoots the A-gap, makes the tackle in the backfield.
As the pressure increases, the Fort Hamilton defense rises to the occasion on consecutive plays, both times blowing it up in the backfield.
So 2 negative plays forced by the Fort Hamilton defense, as now they force it into a 3rd and long. First down is the 4-yard line.
Is it already 4-down territory?
I'm not sure if Brooklyn Tech have a kicker. It'd be a pretty manageable kick. A little tough for high school, but we'll see. Trips to the top of your screen. Michael looks right, throws right, has a man. Can he break a tackle? No, he can't. Great secure tackle from number 3, Bench MR.
Great tackle right there. called the out route. The pass was a little late, giving the corner a chance to close in, setting up about a 4th and 10. What will Brooklyn Tech do on this down?
So that was Zachariah on the tackle, and it looks like they will kick the field goal. The wind is blowing towards the bottom of your screen.
This will be a tough kick as far as the wind goes, because the gust has picked up since the game started. At kickoff, the wind was not blowing.
So that's going to be about a 25-yard field goal from number 10. Kick is up, and it is good. Number 10, Mr. Abrier, makes our score 8-3, Fort Hamilton.
Good job by Fort Hamilton, making sure they got points on that decent drive. We have action here in the first quarter. Fort Hamilton looks to take the field to increase their lead.
And now, this is a whole nother dynamic to the game we see now. Usually in a lot of these PSAL games, I know Curtis has a good kicker. I think E-Hall has a pretty good kicker as well. We don't see so many field goals. So now we have to take that into mind, that these teams can hit the field goal.
It adds a wrinkle to the game. It makes certain decisions on 3rd down a lot more logical. Last game, we were wondering, why would you go for it on 4th down in your territory? In this game, you might see a more traditional approach.
So we have a packed house up here in the booth this time. You'll probably hear a bit of the Brooklyn Tech and the Fort Ham coaches. But it's all good, man. It's a family affair up here. All Brooklyn 3A final. This is the first time Brooklyn Tech has been in the championship since 1972, Ray. How about that stat?
1972? That's a lifetime.
Yes, they won as that doesn't go 10 yards, but they do a good job of getting it anyway. That shouldn't have counted.
Job. Taking the kicker off his feet and securing that onside attempt. I love it. Football. That's a heady
tough.
play.
Hey,
he got the kicker out the way.
He said, it's not 10 yards. Nah, it's all good. I'm going to still hit you. I'm going to still hit you.
That was a hell of I've never seen that before. Petty play by a high schooler.
He said, rules, forget the rules. You getting hit.
You're not touching this ball. And not only did he get the kicker out the way, he also recovered the onside kick. Quality play right there.
He might have tried to just deliver a message there, you know?
Yeah, try it again.
So it's going to be 1st down in Brooklyn Tech territory. Trips to the bottom of your screen.
Fort Hamilton once again started in great field position.
Hands it off to number 7, and he is wrapped up, but there is a flag. Could be a hold. Could be a face mask, not exactly sure, waiting on the call. So yes, it's a face mask on Brooklyn Tech, so that's going to erase that great negative play for the defense.
15-yarder or 5-yarder? Or for high school, is there a difference?
No, there is a difference. It is going to be a personal foul. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure there's a difference in high school.
We trust you, Andre. You would know.
So that's pretty much a 20-yard swing, because they had like a 5-yard loss on that. And this Fort Hamilton offense, you don't want to give them free 1st downs. Aiden Farley in the shotgun, sends a man in motion.
Looks like a runner's on the way.
Hands it off to number 7, goes right up the middle. That's Emmanuel King.
Easy 5 yards for the Fort Hamilton offense, playing in front of the sticks. That's what you need as an offense, to be in short yardage, manageable situations, which allows you to expand your playbook and kind of do whatever you want to do in 2nd and moderately short.
2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5. Harold Marshall checks back into the game. Again, Harold Marshall is on offense, defense, and special teams. We don't want to spell him.
Want to snap count on offense so he doesn't get too fatigued.
As we say that, hands it off right to him. Has a man in the backfield. Breaks 1, breaks 2. Can he break a 3rd? Can he break a 4th? No, he can't. He should have went down on the first one.
You're trying too hard to make a play. When in reality, sometimes you got to just tuck it and live to fight another down. Now you're in 3rd and almost 20 in a situation where you went from having everything in your favor to now being at the behest of the defense.
It was almost like his gift became his curse. You know what I'm saying?
That happens at the youth level. Sometimes it happens at the pro level, but most times at the youth level, they try to do too much to try to make the big play. You should just live to fight another day.
So again, it's 3rd down. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Could definitely be definitely got to watch out for a running back screen here, or they're just going to air it out to Aiden Farley. They were definitely setting up for the screen. You saw that, right? They were definitely setting up for the screen, but it's a false start.
Going backwards, once again, for Fort Hamilton, after a strong start to the drive, they're in a situation where they will have to eventually give the ball back to Brooklyn Tech.
So it's going to be 3rd and forever. First down is in Brooklyn Tech territory at the Brooklyn Tech 28. So let's call it 3rd and 25.
Twins to the right. One to the left. I get the idea we're going to try to go vertical here.
Aiden looking, trying to set up the screen. They do get it. Harold Marshall up the sideline, and he can't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Good job there by Brooklyn Tech, making sure to not give up too much yards, making it an obvious scenario where Fort Hamilton will likely have to punt the ball back to Brooklyn Tech.
So the dangerous thing about Fort Hamilton is I'm pretty confident Aiden is also the punter. So having the quarterback as the punter is always very dangerous.
Keeps you on your heels as a defense at all times.
So already we have over 500 people here. Lord, how many people do you think are in this stadium right now? Probably close to 1,000, honestly.
Now I'm looking around. The crowd, wait, this is a late coming crowd because when this game started, it didn't look this heavy.
So Aiden, it's a short punt, takes kind of a neutral roll. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for Brooklyn Tech.
Brooklyn Tech looking to pick up where they left off with the last drive, getting 3 points, hoping that this time they can get a touchdown on the board. They moved the ball really well before Hamilton stood up in the red zone.
So Michael was able to lead Brooklyn Tech down the field. And I just really like the flow of this offense, too. I don't want to call it RPO, but it almost looks like they're running kind of RPO concepts.
Definitely, it's based in option principles,
Yeah.
but a modern twist.
So here's Michael Jung again, setting a man in motion. Hands it off. Good running. Tough running from Suarez. He earned all 5 of those yards.
Man, what a run.
Man.
Suarez understands the moment, understands that for his team to win a championship, he's going to have to be at his best, and you see it so far.
I'm liking the competitiveness of this game, man. Both teams hitting each other hard, hitting each other clean. I think we're in for a good one today, Ray.
It seems to be less of a talent divide in this matchup.
Sends a toss to Suarez. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Look at the moves. Makes another man miss. Mr. Tristan Suarez. The pile is still going. Wow.
Strong run right there. Great blocking on the edge, which was spreading. And then once he got on that edge, he was out of it.
Mr. Suarez, man, welcome to the biggest stage that he is showing out. He's probably close to 40, 50 yards already in this first quarter, mind you.
Indeed. Brooklyn Tech, for a team that has submitted in the championship since 1972, sure looks like right now they belong right on the stage.
So this time Michael's under center. Trips, kind of a weird trips to the bottom screen. Falls on the ground. Who has it? Oh, is Fort Ham fall on it? Can't tell. No, Brooklyn Tech does have it.
Recovered by Tech.
Almost a catastrophic mistake there for Brooklyn Tech. Luckily, they recovered it, and they still have a chance to make a dent on this drive.
Yeah, especially after some of those great runs from Mr. Suarez, that would have been quite the blow for Brooklyn Tech. As it's going to be not too much damage, only a 2nd and 12. Again, almost like a trips look to the bottom of your screen.
False start.
Oh, that's interesting, though. So it's a false start on Brooklyn Tech. So a very interesting bunch trip formation. I actually have never really seen something like this. So they have one wide receiver on the line and almost two, let's call them wingbacks behind them. One wingback behind the left tackle, another one about a yard next to the other guy. And what that allows them to do, what they were going to do on that play, the two wingbacks were going to pull.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that kind of concept.
This is what happens when you could probably have a younger mind as a play designer, but wants to keep classic concepts, because it puts pressure on the defense, because how do you defend that?
Yeah, how could
who's what responsibility if you're a defender in that situation?
Yeah, so they're almost doing it again here. Right. You see one on the line, and yep, they run that counter and extend, they fake it, throws it down the field.
Wide
Number
open.
5, it's caught, big shot, he holds on to it. Mr. Klossner pulls it in this time.
And as you see there, running wide open because of that play design, as a person in the secondary, you don't even know who your man is.
That is tricky. All of the flow is to the right.
Exactly.
And he's coming across the formation.
Misdirection, trickeration with the formation. As a safety, how do you defend that?
No, it's tough, man. It's tough. You might have to get to the run a little late to stay high. And that is a timeout, Brooklyn Tech.
What might end up happening is that you might see one of the safeties cheat up into the box, which will leave them susceptible to the big play over the top.
Yeah, no, just like you're saying, it puts a lot of stress on the safeties. My glove almost blew away. It would have been very sad.
Glove almost said bye-bye for good.
So again, we are not in a booth. We are right on top of, I guess, the commentator booth here.
We are on the roof.
On the roof, in the cold, to deliver you guys this 3A championship. And again, this is brought to you by Lights Out Performance, Coach Nook and Coach Wayne Morgan. Some of the top trainers in all of the city. So, as a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge that gap starting in January. Thank you to Lights Out Performance for sponsoring the stream. So it's a first down in this all-Brooklyn affair. Jet sweep, gets the blocks on the outside. Good pursuit, though, from number 50, Arthur Keegan.
Good job there securing the tackle, because if he doesn't make that play, you might be looking at a chunk yardage play for Brooklyn Tech, as it sure looks like what they do offensively is causing a bit of confusion for Fort Hamilton.
It's called a bit of confusion for any offense, honestly. Any defense, excuse me.
They're not able to just pin their ears back and attack the football because they don't know where the football is right away.
Yes, but that was still a good gain on the first down. A 2nd and 5 for Brooklyn Tech. Hands it off to the fullback. He has a lane. Good hit on the end of it. But number 21, Elijah Hendrick, with the powerful run. But there is a flag. I didn't see it.
Came in as you were calling the play at the very end.
Early indicators that it's a face mask.
Yep.
And it was face mask on Fort Hamilton. That will bring Brooklyn Tech into 1st and goal.
Putting them into a goal-to-goal situation. This offense is flowing right now. The quarterback is getting the call from the sideline, and they're in position to take a lead here in the first quarter. An action-packed first quarter. Big boy football here in the 3A championship game.
Absolutely. So it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Same formation. Anyone can touch the ball in this spot. Hands it off and fumbles the handoff. But falls on it
Dangerous.
for the second time. Early in the snap, a fumble happens. Luckily for the second time, Brooklyn Tech recovers it.
So we're coming to the end of this first quarter. On-field clock says 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that official?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So at the end of the first quarter, an exciting first quarter. Our score is 8-3, Fort Hamilton with the lead.
Good stuff.
So Fort Hamilton were able to strike first. An Aiden Farley touchdown pass to August Porter. And we're going to have our word from our sponsors, COG Sports. COG Sports Performance is here to take all athletes from COG Sports Performance is here to take all athletes from all sports to the next step. Servicing the tri-state area, COG offers one-on-one and group training, helping athletes reach their maximum potential. For more information, you can find COG Sports on all social media platforms at COGSports_, or you can email them at cogsports1@gmail.com. Big shout out to Coach Uzi. And of course, Chris Pierre. Just bringing up that ad. So at Pierre Home Solutions, we don't just buy and sell homes. We open doors to generational wealth. Let us help you make the right move for today, tomorrow, and beyond. As Brooklyn Tech are trying to get into the end zone here, and they do. Touchdown, Engineers, Tristan Suarez.
Suarez with another quality run. Yet again in this situation, Fort Hamilton not attacking the football, putting Brooklyn Tech in a situation where they can dictate the terms of the offense, and that leads to a touchdown. If you're Fort Hamilton, you're going to have to have some conversations on the sideline about being more aggressive after the snap and making things happen, because right now Brooklyn Tech is getting whatever they want.
Hey, man, it's a back and forth affair here. Two great offenses. Like I said, Brooklyn Tech has had a tremendous defense all year, but like I told you, they are no slouches on offense.
It's a high-level football team we've seen so far.
Absolutely, and that's how you make it into the 3A championship as a one-loss team. Our score is 10-8. Brooklyn Tech snatched the lead back.
Look like we're in for a classic, Andre.
I think so too. I mean, look at the nest at 777 Rutland Road, man. It's packed wall to wall. I can't even see how many people we have in the stream right now. But again,
approaching 600.
You know where to be on Monday. New York Football Talks with me, Andre Johnson, Jared Faluzzi from Uzi Sports, and Coach Mack from Move the Chains Academy, man. We're going to break down all of the action. So 7:15, you know where to be.
You'll need to lock in. Post-championship weekend, New York Football Talk, probably be the best episode of the season.
Yes, it is the season finale. Really appreciate everyone who's been watching. I can't walk through the crowd without someone saying, yo, I can't wait to see you on Monday. I'm going to be in the chat to tell you how wrong you were. If only I knew how all the games would turn out.
Yeah. Will they try another onside kick? Let's see.
They might need to kick this quickly before the... I felt the wind, and I was like, they better kick that joint
You
quick.
might need to get a holder in there.
Ooh. We are in the wind, so you do not have to be at home.
Yeah.
So kicking it off here as Brooklyn Tech have a lead. They squibmed it. He returned it. Whoa, that was incredibly dangerous. Incredibly dangerous.
Incredibly dangerous, but incredibly smart, because if he sheds that tackle, that is a return touchdown.
That is a typical, his eyes were like this. His eyes were huge there. He saw green. He said, this is my opportunity in the 3A championship.
Championship game, I get to be a hero and score a touchdown on an unlikely play. That's how you do it. I'm not mad at him.
Like, he attacked the ball. Like, he said, yo, this is
That's
my
not how
moment.
he was coached, but hey, make a play.
So
Full wide set.
Empty backfield for Aiden Farley. Sends the quick screen out. That is to Harold Marshall. Man, he's tough to bring down,
Yes,
Ray.
he is. He needs to do a better job of protecting the football, though, because had the defender saw where he was holding it, he could have made a play to strip it.
Yeah, but you can see not only running the ball, he's a threat in the passing game as well.
Indeed.
Honestly, I can really say this. He is one of the most well-rounded players, offensive players in this league. When I think of well-rounded players, I think of, Tajay Schulters, number 3 from South Shore. A couple of South Shore guys,
They let me
honestly.
down, but they went out fighting.
Shout out to the Vikings if you're watching from home. Made it to the semifinals of the 4A as there's a false start. When I think of some of the most dynamic offensive players, you think of Rich Perkins from South Shore, number 0. Tajay Schulters.
Mom should change his name to him because he is him. Shout out to the South Shore Vikings.
Yes, and
gotta
of course,
show love.
you can't forget Tyshawn Bent and Corey Brown.
Indeed.
2 of the most dangerous and dynamic players for Tottenville. But it's all about the Tigers right now, looking deep. And that's a great defense by Asani Lowe, one of the leading defenders for the Engineers.
Not sure about the decision to even throw that pass. He was completely covered. That was a risky throw. He had some advantages to the left side of the field had he took his time and scanned the field.
Well, one thing with Aiden Farley, he trusts his arm, he trusts his receivers. So if he sees a little slither of a window, he's going to try to put the ball there. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't have so many interceptions on a year either, honestly.
But in that particular play, not the right decision.
So it's going to be 2nd and 15. Aiden fakes it, has a man up the sideline, but just overshoots him. That was August Porter.
Just the timing was just a little off on that one, but they will revisit that play because he was open. Love the play design there by Fort Hamilton. Their offense has a lot to bring to the table.
And that's one of the classic play designs. You run a post and a wheel, and it puts so much pressure on the safety. Do I go with the post? Do I help out my linebacker on the wheel route? The safety goes with the post. Wheel route was there.
Yeah. It's all about execution at that point. But if you look to the left side of the field, it is an island.
I was about to say, that's the other Porter brother as they motion him over. And it's going to be an illegal motion. Now, I'm curious to see if Brooklyn Tech continue to line up like that, because we see there is nothing but green grass between on the bottom of our screen.
They must have a lot of confidence in their cornerback to lock down. That has to be the case. If you're putting him over there, and he's been putting him over there the entire time, that means he is the lockdown corner for the defense. Maybe I'm putting some gas in it, but we'll find out.
So it's 3rd and about 20. The first down is the 19-yard line.
21 doesn't know what the play is.
Fakes it. Looking to throw. Throws in the middle field. It's caught. It is dropped.
Wide open. About to be in a goal-to-goal situation. Does not secure the catch. Tough break for Fort Hamilton. Hit him right between the numbers.
Yeah, that was a great throw from Aiden. Again, another great play design. You see all the flow is coming to the bottom of your screen. Slips out to the right. It looks like these are man-beating kind of play calls.
Yes.
So you can see Brooklyn Tech is playing a lot of man, and it looks like the offense is on the field. So this is the first down is the 20-yard line. Aiden Farley sends a man in motion, empty backfield, looks left, looks right,
flag on the play.
Just has to throw it up. Can a man make a play? It's tipped. It's intercepted. There's nothing but green grass ahead of him. Can someone make a tackle? Yes, that is number 8, Skullman on the tackle. On the interception, excuse me.
But that might be against Fort Hamilton as they are all running off the field.
So that was Nathaniel Schulman, on the interception. Huge play for Brooklyn Tech. That flips about 20 yards of field position.
You know, you sang the praises of the quarterback, but during that offensive series, 2 bad decisions. One he got away with, the other one intercepted, and sets up Brooklyn Tech with great field position and a chance to put even more points on the board.
Okay, so there was a holding on Fort Hamilton. Of course, that penalty was declined. It's going to be a 1st and 10, Brooklyn Tech.
Brooklyn Tech has all the momentum right now. They're in the head of the defense of Fort Hamilton. Let's see how this series plays out.
Hands it off to Suarez on the counter, breaks a tackle. I really like this Brooklyn Tech offense, Ray.
Brooklyn Tech has everything going for them right now. For the keen eye observers, take a look at the defensive line, the defensive front 7, in fact, of Fort Hamilton. They are not attacking the football. They're trying to read and react to the offense, which is making them a 1.5 seconds slow to make a play.
Yeah, but it's also tricky, man. They're pulling guards, they're pulling wing backs. It's a lot of traffic, and you have a runner like Tristan Suarez behind all that traffic.
That's a credit to what Brooklyn Tech is doing offensively. It's all relative.
Hands it off to the up back. That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle.
Saves the tackle, but again, goes back to what I said before. The defense, instead of reacting, they're trying to read, doesn't know what's going on, and the ball is handed off to the up back who runs right past the potential tackler who didn't know he had the ball.
So Hendrick, he's really been impressing me too. They have 2 really good running backs in Hendrick, number 21, and Suarez, number 1.
Credit to the offensive line too, who are doing.
Yes,
they
absolutely.
So
they are washing this defensive line left and right now. 2 in the backfield in the shotgun. One man went. Who went first? Fort Hamilton.
Fort Hamilton are on their heels right now. And they're in a dangerous spot to go down potentially 2 scores.
All of the momentum is with the Engineers, but this is only round 2 right now. It's 4 rounds, and both of these offenses are very capable.
Oh yeah, Fort Hamilton led the first haymaker, and there's been a lot of counter punches from.
Hands off to Suarez. Breaks a tackle, spins off a man, touchdown, Brooklyn Tech.
Brooklyn Tech absolutely dominating on offense. Suarez sheds the tackle with a clean spin into nothing but daylight and a touchdown. It's a house call here in the championship game.
Let me tell you something, man. Somehow, and I have to take my own fault for this, Brooklyn Tech, a 1-loss team, hasn't gotten all the press in the world, but they are on the biggest stage in front of hundreds, let's be real, maybe even close to over 1,000 people, and they are putting on a show in this 3A championship. 17-8 Brooklyn Tech.
If this keeps up, this might be the arrival of the next football power in the city.
Hey, let me tell you something. You can see this team is so well coached.
They are, and you know what? It seems like we might be late, because look at the crowd for Brooklyn Tech. Everyone here is locked in. They knew they have something special with this group.
Absolutely, and something special is definitely our sponsor, Lights Out Performance. Coach Morgan and Coach Nook over there. As a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge the gap starting in January. On January 4th, Lights Out Performance also has their 7-on-7 tryouts, so definitely contact them at their Instagram or on their website if you're interested in some 7-on-7 action. If you're just trying to get better, this is Lights Out Performance. One of the owners is Wayne Morgan.
Okay.
New York City legend. Went to E-Hall and went to Syracuse right after.
Talk heavy.
So to Mr. Porter, tries to make a man miss.
It's going to be a block in the back against Fort Hamilton.
So Fort Hamilton are definitely a lot of self-inflicted wounds here. So Ray, real quick, just your overall, what do you think about this game so far, the flow of it and everything?
It's been a well-paced game. We've already had about 4 scores total, still 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter. So it's an up-tempo game. Some mistakes by Fort Hamilton on offense that's kept them from scoring more points. But my concern right now is the Fort Hamilton defense, who seems to be completely overmatched against this Brooklyn Tech offense.
Yeah, I see it, and it is such a balanced attack, too. It's not like you can say, oh, you got to keen in on the run. Oh, you got to keen in on the pass.
You don't know what's coming, and they're thinking too much as opposed to playing. And that's usually a sign for disaster as a defense. As a defense, you want to attack and react. If you're reading and thinking, you're not actually playing, and you're giving up points.
So back is Aiden Farley with Harold Marshall in the backfield, handed right to Harold. He said, let me break a tackle, let me make it another one, and I'm going to bring it all the way to midfield.
When all else fails, get the ball to your best player and let them control the action. Good job there by Fort Hamilton, putting the ball in their best player's hands, and he's showing why he is, in fact, their best player with a near 20-yard run on first down.
And you can see, again, Harold Marshall is not a small guy.
Not at all.
The vision, the quickness, he is the full package, man. And only a sophomore, Ray.
He's built very Saquon Barkley-like.
I can see that. I can see that. Aiden sends a man in motion. Sends a screen. Quick to number 23. Nice gain. That was complete to Kevin Lynn.
Kevin Lynn making up for a big-time drop on the last series, which
Yes.
eventually led to the interception that kind of flipped the momentum of the game. Good job by him securing this one and setting up a second and short.
Again, these championship games are played on a knife's edge.
You know,
Every
credit to both
play.
teams. Neither team looks like the moment is too big for them. They're both locked in and trying to make as many plays to win this championship.
No, absolutely. I've thoroughly enjoyed this game so far. Fort Hamilton will only enjoy this game if they can get back on the scoring sheet. Sends a man in motion. Right out to Mr. Porter. Has the whole sideline. Does he have the foot speed? No. But that's a gain of 10 to August Porter, who caught the touchdown pass earlier.
Porter forgot to hit the turbo button there. If he hits the gas, he might have scored on that play. Got to hit square next time.
You mean R2?
You're right. Showing my age.
I was about to say, you mean triangle, do a Saquon
It's
Barkley.
definitely R2
Yo,
now.
you saw that they put the Saquon Barkley reverse jump in Madden?
Boy, I would have
Yo,
quit.
he's an icon.
I would have quit. I don't want to play anymore. Take me out the gate, coach.
They hit you with the reverse
How you reverse
hop
and
over.
jump over me?
I'm still trying to understand the physics of that. As they throw it out to the slant. Another screen. That's a big
time
shot. That's number 55 from Brooklyn Tech, Daniel Nerzi.
What I like what I'm seeing from Fort Hamilton is on this series, they've kind of simplified the play calling. A couple of bubble screens, get the ball in the hands of their playmakers after the big time run to start the drive. That's what you want to do as an offense with things. Maybe you got a little ahead of yourself and left some points on the field. Let's simplify it, get the ball to our playmakers to try to get some points.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 7 First down is the 15-yard line. 2 on the bottom of the screen. Harold Marshall to Aiden's left. Hands it off to Harold.
Takes about 5 Brooklyn Tech players to bring him down.
It's tremendous. And one thing I would like to see, again, I don't want to put too much pressure on Harold, but I kind of want to see him in the passing game more. Split him out, maybe run a screen, something like that, because you can see Brooklyn Tech are having trouble tackling him with their linebackers. Imagine their corners.
To your point, I'd like to see him run a wheel route out of the backfield against this defense. I think there's a lot of yardage to be had on that.
Absolutely. It's a crucial third down here. Aiden looks left, looks right. He's going to have to run for it. No, he throws it to Harold Marshall, just as we were saying again. Man, I'm talking about him a lot, but he keeps making the plays.
Get the ball to your best players and let your best players dictate the action. Sometimes getting cute and, nice route combinations, they're great. We love to look at them. But sometimes it's just as simple as, here, take the ball, take us home. And that's what we're seeing on this drive.
And one thing I saw a lot in the APR Fort Hamilton game earlier in the season is there's a lot of playground football Aiden and Harold play. The play will break down, and Aiden was like, Harold, over there.
Take a look. We got an overload to the right side. They bring him in motion because I was like, how are you going to have so many guys on that side?
Pulls it. Can Aiden get the end zone? Makes the man miss. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great play design. Started off with an overload to the right. Brought him in motion to the left, which led the defense to look left. Misdirection. Pulls it in. Runs it in for a touchdown. Great job. Great answer by Fort Hamilton getting right back in this ball game.
Now, let me tell you something. Aiden is not known for his running prowess. That move, that was barbecue chicken. That quarter had no shot.
It's easy to make one man miss. Had him on his heels, gave him a little scored that touchdown.
Aiden Farley doing it all. Our score is 17-14. I guess no real reason to go for 2, but it looks like they're going for 2.
That's what they do. One thing I'll say is that touchdown has silenced the Brooklyn Tech crowd, who were having a blast up until about 2 minutes ago.
Looking, throws it into the back of the end zone. It's caught. And that's a 2-point conversion. Kevin Lynn
secures the 2-point conversion. And as this game goes along, Andre, we're seeing Fort Hamilton, their play design and their ability to scheme players open will be something that Brooklyn Tech has to do.
Yeah, it's like the scheme is there. Again, I love these kind of football games because you can see how well coached both of these teams are, especially offensive on the offense. I definitely think there's 1A teams that compete with 2A, 2A that compete with 3A, and so forth. But I think that the biggest difference between the divisions are physicality and just offensive efficiency.
Well coached, but big shout out to the players who are willing to be coached.
Yes,
and take
absolutely.
those lessons and execute on the field. We got to give the love to the players as well.
So Aiden getting ready to kick. Kicks it deep.
Best kick of the game.
Has a big lane here. Aiden's going to have to make a saving tackle, and he does.
This quarterback does everything. And we have a late flag.
That was funny that time. I was kind of delayed on the call because I was watching Aiden. I was like, I want to see what he does on this kick, if he gets into it.
I got a question for you beyond that. Where was the Fort Hamilton special teams unit? They were so late to the action.
Absolutely. We're waiting for the call here. Was it just a sideline warning? I think it was just a sideline warning. Okay.
He threw that flag really high.
Oh, no. It's a personal foul on Brooklyn Tech.
Wow. Tough break. Wait, personal fouls, a 15-yard penalty. Wait, it's against Fort Hamilton. I'm confused.
Wow.
What are we doing, guys?
Did they give?
Did you guys get a warning first or no? I won't say anything because I was told to lay off the referees in this game, but I'm a little confused by the call. Is it a sideline warning? Is it a personal foul? What's going on?
No, it was a sideline warning. I was just wondering if they warned them first.
No say.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Brooklyn Tech. Ball is on the 37. Two tight end set. Hands it off to Suarez. And the Fort Hamilton defense. Oh my gosh. He gets out of that somehow.
My goodness.
I was just about to praise the Fort Hamilton defense.
I mean, I'm still going to give him the praise, but that was the most impressive run of the afternoon that for a yard. Beast mode or nah?
This guy Suarez,
That
man.
was a
I am
Marshawn
impressed.
Lynch-esque run. Low center of gravity, very aggressive. You look at his thighs, don't get it crazy, but look at his legs. Very strong lower body, difficult running back to take down.
My man has seen a deadlift before.
Yes. Good job again, not blowing the play dead and giving the players a chance to make a play. It's a championship. Let's get it.
So it's going to be 2nd and much more manageable, about a 2nd and 6. Hands it off. Has a great lane, and that's number 21, Eli Hendrick on the run there.
10-yard run for a first down. If you're the Fort Hamilton defense, you're going to have to dig deep because this Brooklyn Tech offense looks like they're not going to be stopped this afternoon.
And then again, earlier in this game, I spoke about the difference in roster size, and it could really show where, more than halfway through the second quarter now, and this Brooklyn Tech defense is this Brooklyn Tech offense is just grinding away. Let's see how the Fort Hamilton defense hold up. And it's a reverse this time. Gets a nice block on the edge. Good footwork. Great tackle.
Great open field tackle. But I have to give some criticism to the Fort Hamilton defense. There's some players on the left side of that defense who are ball watching right now. That play should have been stopped in the backfield. If you're too busy watching and not reacting, you're giving up yardage. Attack the football if you're Fort Hamilton, and you can have a chance to get off the field.
Hey, but there was still a good tackle. That was Zachariah, number 3, cleaning up the play. It should have been in the backfield, but great open field tackle from Zachariah. 2nd and long. Time out or 4-minute warning? That is the 4-minute warning, folks.
We got so into it that we forgot about the clock.
Yeah, man, this has been an exciting first half of football. Hopefully everyone at home is enjoying. Again, this live stream is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. Brooklyn Tech under center. Michael hands it to the up back. Again, every pile you see the runner pushing it forward, and he ends up on the other side of it.
It's almost to a point now where every run by Brooklyn Tech is guaranteed to be at least 7 or 8 yards or more.
No,
By the time a Fort Hamilton player touches him, he's already gained about 6 yards. They're getting a push on that line that's going to come back to haunt Fort Hamilton if they don't do something about it later on in this game.
And the thing, it's not even like Brooklyn Tech can't throw it, because, they can throw that thing too.
And I think that's what Fort Hamilton's afraid of. They're afraid to set up to stop the run because they know the shot play is coming.
So Michael in the shotgun this time, looking to throw, just as he says it, to the nice slant route to number 13. It's complete. That's Ezra Jose. 2nd catch on the day. First down, Brooklyn Tech.
Well, here's the thing. If you're Fort Hamilton, if you're so concerned about the pass, that will eventually come. You can't play such soft coverage. It was about 8 yards off the ball.
Listen, let me tell you something. A balanced offense is the hardest thing to stop. Because if you're 8 yards off, oh, well, you should have been 5 yards. If you're 5 yards off, oh, they hit you over the top. You should have been 8 yards off.
You're shooting a lot of bill right now, Andre. You can't be 8 yards off in the championship game. We need you at 5 or less. I'm sorry. As you can see now on the alignment, got those corners moving up a little bit
in the
more.
school
Coach
of
Jarvis
Coach Jarvis, Hard Knocks, get in there, make a tackle just like Fort Hamilton do there. The Jarvis
I love the
School of
players,
Hard
but I'm
Knocks.
hard on these players, man.
All right, so what I've learned today in the Jarvis School of Hard Knocks, throw the ball, do not run it.
Yep.
Don't give anyone any cushion. Get in their face.
You're learning me today. My teams play press coverage on the outside, and we throw the ball a lot.
I like that. I like that.
I'm freeing my safeties up to make plays, but I need my corners to lock down. Make those receivers, those divas, feel you. Not to say these players are divas, but you know how they say what they say about wide receivers.
Oh, we know. We've seen a wide receiver looking to throw this time. Mike looking, still looking. He's going to run it,
Good,
but he doesn't get anywhere.
Aggressive football right there on both sides. I love it.
That was number 12 on the tackle, Ishmael Haider.
I will say this, the Brooklyn Tech quarterback had a receiver wide open, number 11 down the field, but he was too busy running that he couldn't see him down the field. Great play. This game is aggressive. This is what I came to see today.
So I see Mike is actually on the bench. Hopefully he's okay. Going to need a backup. So number 14 comes into the game, sophomore Cole Scallion. How could that change this matchup if Michael can't go back into the game?
I think he hurt his shoulder doing the stiff arm at the end of that play, because they're looking at that same arm that he was doing the stiff arm with. Tough. Hopefully he didn't separate his shoulder. We hope for the best for this kid. Getting their scholars before they're athletes. We want them to be able to get back to school on Monday.
So we'll definitely give you guys the update on that. Brooklyn Tech's sideline is right under us. So we'll keep an eye on it. Really hope Mike can get back into this game, as he's really had a great game.
They told him to stay off the field. Maybe they'll try to get him some rest, get to the second half,
and
take a better look at him in the locker room.
Let's go, Dad! We can do it! Let's go!
I mean, from here, it doesn't look so bad. Looks like he has a full range of motion.
Yeah.
A dislocation would be, if I forget, there's like the rule. I think if you can't raise it over your shoulder length.
Right. You probably just, a little ouch.
Yeah, I think it's a little out.
A little sprain,
They might, for precaution, keep him on the sideline.
Yeah. Again, these kids are not getting paid to play. They're student athletes. Emphasis on student.
Let me tell you something. How about Cole Scallion, the sophomore backup quarterback, comes into the game? Can he make something happen in the championship? Hands it right off. When you have Suarez, do you really need a quarterback? If that was a face mask, they missed it. And yes, they call it right there.
Flags coming in, so it'll be half the distance to the goal, so they'll be somewhere around the 4-yard line with a chance to punch it in again before halftime. As you said, you don't have to worry about the backup quarterback when you have a running back as dynamic as Suarez.
Listen, Cole said, listen, man, I know my steps. I got my guy right to the left of me. I'm going to hand it off right to him and let him do the work.
And you know what? As a coach, rule number one in these kind of situations, when you have your backup in the game, keep it simple.
Now, this is the opportunity for Fort Hamilton, I'd say, to really tee off, put everybody in the box.
I'm sending everybody except maybe one safety. I need 10 people in the backfield.
Yeah, this is definitely the time to tee off.
He's going to need to throw that ball to score a touchdown if I'm Fort Hamilton.
As, yes, they hand it right back to him. Can he get in the second time? No, the second effort. Maybe that might have been the third effort. Can't get into the end zone.
But again, Fort Hamilton, I'm not sure what the play calling is about. You need to get aggressive. We need some blitzes. Blow this play up in the backfield. You know they're going to run the ball. They're not trying to have their backup put the ball in the play. And their starting quarterback is back on the field. So much for that, Andre.
So Mike is okay. He's going to come back into the game. Love to see that. Mr. Young.
Got his chance on the
Young,
field as the
excuse
backup.
me.
He could say he played in this championship game.
That's a fact. I like that. I formation. Suarez in the
Football.
back. No, they're going right to Mike, and he doesn't have enough. He stopped at the 1, so I guess his shoulder's feeling all right.
Wow, I did not expect that at all.
Me neither.
But I guess that's why they called it. Nobody would expect that.
I wish you guys could have seen. I think that was the most surprised Ray was all day.
I was guaranteeing to see Suarez on that. But as long as they didn't go full Pete Carroll and not get the ball, or not keep the ball on the ground, we're okay.
Oh my God, that will live in history literally forever.
The stupidest play call.
I think I always think of Richard Sherman's face as they do another sneak. It was stopped, and it was stopped again.
Good
What a
job.
stop from the Fort Hamilton defense.
Fort Hamilton's defense standing up when it matters the most. As I said, pin your ears back, attack the football, and good things will happen for you as a defense.
Wow. A loss of 3 on the 1 yard line.
Clock is running. I guess they're going to settle for 3.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Take the 3.
It's a lot of smart football, a lot of smart coaching on both sides. This is the kind of football we deserve to see at the championship level on this good Saturday afternoon.
Man, but I just have to go back to that 3rd down play. They try to sneak 2 plays in a row, and I didn't see the nose tackle for Fort Hamilton, but there was no push at all. I think they pinched the D tackles. No push in the A gap. Michael tried to bounce it outside, but there was just nothing there. And that might come down as the most important play in this game, right?
Indeed. And when you think about it, when you're not worried about any kind of option or misdirection as a defense, you can just hone in on one thing. It's easier to attack when you're not sitting there. Who has the ball? Wait. We know the quarterback has it. He's either going to keep it or hand it off, attack the line of scrimmage, and good things will happen. And on that play just now, a touchdown saving tackle, and that'll have to settle for 3.
Yeah, well, I see Michael coming back out. Michael Jung is in the huddle.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like Brooklyn Tech is going for it on 4th down.
If you're Fort Hamilton, you have to
hands it off to Suarez. He spins. He's in. Touchdown! Engineers.
Fort Hamilton, for all the praise we gave them, reverted right back to not attacking the line of scrimmage, and Suarez was able to shed a tackle and a half and score his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yes, that is.
Looking like MVP right now.
Let me tell you something. Suarez is just like every Madden player. Loves the circle button, loves the spin move. That's the 2nd touchdown off of a spin, breaks a tackle. Have yourself a day, Mr. Tristan Suarez.
Tristan Suarez, you know, I don't say this, I don't say it often, but he might have a future playing on Saturdays at the next level. He is the quintessential running back.
And that was the last play of the first half. A tremendous first half of football.
I love it.
Our score is 24-16. This is Andre Johnson alongside Ray Jarvis. We'll see you in the second half. Welcome back to second half action in this PSAL 3A championship. And if you missed the first half, you better skip back. That's why, benefits of YouTube. You better skip back and get a quick recap because that was an action-packed first half. Our score is 24-16, Brooklyn Tech. This is Andre Johnson and my guy Ray Jarvis on the call. Ray, your thoughts on the first half?
First half was a great back-and-forth affair between both teams. Fort Hamilton left some points on the field early on, but the big concern heading into the second half will be how Fort Hamilton's defense can corral the offense, the explosive offense of Brooklyn Tech.
No, absolutely. I mean, both offenses have been very explosive. 2 touchdowns for Mr. Suarez. Two touchdowns for Aiden Farley, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. And we have ourselves a great championship. It's a beautiful day at the Nest on 777 Rutland Road.
Great atmosphere, damn near packed house on both sides. Both crowds making their voices heard as well. This is what a championship game should feel like, and this is what a championship game absolutely is.
So we see down here, I'm not sure if Michael Jung is going to be able to go.
I saw him doing a couple of warm-up throws and the passes look good, but if you see now, it looks like he has that shoulder taped up, a bit of a harness even. Let's see if they have to tighten it up in the second half. It doesn't look like he's coming out of the game. I get the sense that they're probably going to just make sure that what they have set up for him is tight enough so that he can play as pain-free as possible.
We did see him come in at the end of the first half. So we'll definitely keep you guys we'll give you guys the Sage injury report. And as you can see on the stream, just a reminder, this stream is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. We are in the cold, so you do not have to be. Me and my guy Ray, we've been at it all day. I've been at the field since 7 a.m., bringing you all of this wonderful PSAL championship action. And make sure you're with us tomorrow to bring you the 1A and the 4A. And on Monday at 7:15, you know where to be, where we will break down all the action. New York football talks with myself, Jared Veluzzi, and Coach Mack from Move the Chains.
Getting back in.
All right, so maybe they wanted to loosen the tape a bit, but it looks like Michael will be able to go for Brooklyn Tech. Shout out to all of our sponsors, of course. And, of course, shout out to the PSAL trusting us with this product. We've been delivering this to you guys all year long, so it's only fit that we see it out to the end. And we are ready for second half action in this 3A championship.
Again, another illegal procedure penalty on the kickoff against Fort Hamilton. They should aim to try to kick the ball more in the middle of the field to avoid giving up free yardage to our very vaunted Brooklyn Tech offense. The longer the field they have to go, the better it is for the Fort Hamilton defense at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, Brooklyn Tech hasn't had a problem going long. I was talking to someone at half. I'm pretty sure Brooklyn Tech has not punted yet, right?
Not at all.
And Mike is not exactly ready to come in yet. He's still getting his pads suited.
Expect to run if you're Fort Hamilton. Pena is back. The backup quarterback is in the game. Blow up the line of scrimmage. Try to get a negative yardage run to start this series on defense.
So Cole Scallion is in the game. Unbalanced to the right. Ball's on the ground, hands it off. Harold Marshall meets him in the backfield.
That is exactly what the Fort Hamilton defense needed. As I just said, get on that line, get a negative yardage play to start the series. Granted, it was aided by a rough snap, but nevertheless, they got what they needed. 2nd and long coming up for Brooklyn Tech.
So it's going to be 2nd and long. I must say, I really like the Brooklyn Tech helmets. I am a Penn Stater.
Oh, yeah?
But I can't hate on the Michigan helmets.
Yeah.
They are swaggy. You don't think they're swaggy?
It's all right.
All right, fair enough. I think they're swaggy.
I'm a Florida State fan, forgive me.
You know what else is swaggy? Harold Marshall III in the backfield again.
The Fort Hamilton defense coming out, swinging to start the second half, doing what I want them to do, which is attack the line of scrimmage. Don't wait for the play to happen. Be part of the play. And they've pushed it backwards on 2 consecutive downs.
2 consecutive plays, 3rd and long. First down is the 45-yard line.
3rd and 18.
Let's call it 3rd and 18. Under center, Michael. Man, Harold almost took the handoff from Michael.
The D tackle was in the backfield before the ball was handed off. Not sure what happened on that play for the center to be blown up in such a fashion, but a quick 3 and out, much needed for Fort Hamilton, finally standing up on defense, forcing the first punt of the game for Brooklyn Tech.
So again, you know what I always say, there are 3 phases of football: offense, defense, and special teams. Have to snap, have to block, have to kick, and Brooklyn Tech do it.
Decent
Porter
punt.
takes it, makes a man miss, makes a 3rd man miss. Can't make everyone else, though. But like I said, I love that he fielded the punt because it's this game, especially as tight as it is, field position is everything.
Indeed. So far, through 4 plays in the second half, this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Fort Hamilton. Get a stop on defense, get good field position for your offense with a chance to potentially tie the game.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The Brooklyn Tech fans are making noise, trying to take over the nest, make it their own. Sends a man in motion. Throws it, and if he could have got it to Mr. August Porter, could have been something, but it looks like it was an ineligible man downfield.
That would have been a house call if it was able to be completed.
But I guess it's better that it wasn't, because it would have been called back.
Indeed.
Yep, so it's an ineligible man downfield.
It's rare that you see an eligible receiver downfield on that type of play.
True. Well, maybe if it's like an RPO kind of action, you know, they're run blocking, they run up the field.
I could see that, but very, very rare.
So it's the 1st and 15 for Mr. Farley and the pack of Tigers. Hands it off to the biggest Tiger in the pack. Harold Marshall gets all those yards back.
The biggest Tiger in the pack. Gets the penalty yardage back +3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up.
So there's a whistle. We're not sure why. Somebody's what? Face mask? All right, they're saying Harold has to come off the field. Is he bleeding? Yeah, he might be bleeding.
He's bleeding. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so we're checking in on that. So Harold had to rush off the field.
Probably going to have to get him some tape to cover the wound.
Yeah, so Harold was bleeding, so I had to get him off the field. Got to keep our players safe out there. So it's a 2nd and 6. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off.
Oh.
Big shot
Oh.
from Mr. Hendrick.
Said, don't come to my house without permission. Big hit at the line. 3rd and long coming up.
Excuse me, sir. Whose crib you pulling up
Did
on
you take
right
your
now?
shoes off? You better get out.
Wow, that was the biggest hit of the day. As Harold is back in the game. So
They
3rd
saw
and
Harold get
long.
up the field and said, yes, we can tackle a running back finally. 3rd and long.
Aiden
Blitz.
has some pressure, has to roll out, gets around, keeps his eyes downfield, and it should have been intercepted. Oh, that's a late flag.
I don't know about that one.
So late flag. Tough call.
Tough.
There is a flag on the play.
So that's going to push
I think
the
they're
Tigers
talking it
back.
over. I think they're talking it over. Oh, they called it. Tough.
So that's going to push the Tigers back even further. So again, we talk about that the battle for field position as the
Just
wind
flip.
picks up. We talk about the battle for field position. And that penalty is going to be crucial.
Do they decline it? No, they got to accept it. Is that a dead ball penalty to where it'll still be 4th down, or will it be 3rd and long?
I think it should have been 4th. I'm not
Okay.
sure. It was kind of like a bang play.
Right. That's why I felt bad about it. I'm like,
Yeah. So it was a dead ball foul. So yes, it is 4th down.
Don't worry, Andre. I wasn't criticizing. It was just like, ooh.
It's a dead ball foul. The down goes over. 4th down.
So obvious punting situation. Again, it's always very dangerous when you have the quarterback in as the punter. But I don't think there's going to be any shenanigans on this one. So again, snap, block, execute, and the Tigers are able to do it.
Good punt.
And Brooklyn Tech decide not to field it, and it won't cost them any yards.
Decent punt.
So that's why it's very important when you're training punters, you always want to get an end-over-end kick, so it has a higher probability of rolling forward.
The Engineers take over from there. 1st and 10, Brooklyn Tech.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, Tech. Ball is on, right on the 31-yard line. Mr. Jung is back in the game. Has that shoulder taped up. And in the previous drive, that was their first punt of the day. So let's see if they can get their offense back into gear. Counter. Wow. Something is going on. Jaden Roman, what a play. But these Fort Hamilton defensive linemen are screaming into the backfield.
There's something to miss on that offensive line of Brooklyn Tech all of a sudden that's not adding up for me, because that's the 3rd running play in a row
Like in a
where the
row.
D tackle was in the backfield before the ball was handed off. So something is amiss there. I don't know if they're getting like the calls mixed up or something, but that shouldn't happen. It didn't happen at all in the first half.
Yeah.
Unless it's an adjustment made by Fort Hamilton.
Well, let me tell you something. In that APR game earlier that we live streamed as the game of the week, Fort Hamilton made a great adjustment on defense in the second half. Throws it up. Woo! I was holding my breath
throw. Big hit on the quarterback as well. The Fort Hamilton defense is firing on all cylinders coming into the second half.
So in that APR game, if I'm not mistaken, Fort Hamilton was down 21-0 at halftime. And it went into overtime 21-21.
Wow.
So the defense pitched a shutout in the second half of that APR game.
So they're probably one of those defenses that needs to see what's going on, and the coaches get together and at half, make the necessary adjustments, and attack the offense better in the second half.
Because we've seen about 7 plays from Brooklyn Tech in this half, and it's like
2 different games.
-12. Big 3rd down here. Michael has plenty of time.
Pocket collapse.
Throws it,
puts
and
up.
that should have been
It's
intercepted, but it's blocked.
Wow. Almost intercepted. Another dangerous throw by the quarterback. Good job again by Fort Hamilton. Another 3 and out, and another chance to tie this game up.
Great job from August Porter. Probably a better job from Mr. Hendrick becoming a defensive back, the wide receiver becoming a defensive back,
Indeed.
ripping that ball out because that interception could have been catastrophic. And August will be back for the punt.
Short punt.
He takes it. And again, I love it. It's funny how we're praising just people fielding the punts because we don't see it very often.
Right.
But again, this is the championship. Field position is so important.
Well-coached teams doing the fundamentals the right way always deserve to be praised, especially in this windy atmosphere as well. Fielding the punt, it's almost deja vu. 3 and out, gets to start near midfield for Fort Hamilton. Let's see if this time they're able to put points on the board.
So it's 1st and 10, ball's on the 45-yard line. Empty backfield for Aiden, sends the man in motion, throws it, caught. That's the Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter's been having quite the day, and he catches it at the midfield.
After the last series where things went a little awry on offense, once again, when Fort Hamilton realizes things are going a little too far left, simple pitch and catch, get a couple of yards, positive momentum to move the ball forward.
The ball is just short of midfield. 2nd and 5 for Fort Hamilton. One thing I must say, maybe it's because of the wind, you see it again blowing right towards us to the bottom of your screen. Fort Hamilton haven't really tested them deep.
And that's just the first
As
drive.
I say that, man wide open, but he missed the throw.
You had everything you wanted there, but you got to put that ball a little more air under it, and you would have had a touchdown.
That was like my first real time of commentator's curse.
Uh-huh.
I was talking about the wind. It's blowing towards the bottom of your screen for the folks at home. Say, hey, haven't tested them deep yet. They test them deep. But again, the wind, and it was just.
I'm not giving that to the wind. That was the underthrow.
You're not going to give it up to the wind?
Not at all. That was the underthrow. Got to put that on the line.
Oh. I thought the wind played a factor. But nonetheless, midfield, 3rd down.
Big 3rd down coming up, man in motion.
Throws it to the outside. They repay Mr. Porter and get it right back to him for a Tiger 1st down.
Good reception by Porter. Great play call, safe play call, security yardage. Take advantage of what the defense gives you, getting the 1st down and moving them chains.
So again, Aiden Farley makes up for that previous throw. It's a 1st down, Fort Hamilton, as they're trying to march into Brooklyn Tech territory, hoping to get the opportunity to tie this game. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Sends a man in motion.
Go right back to it.
Ooh, big shot.
And that is a late hit if I've ever seen one.
No, he was right on the line. That's legal. Sonny
Wow.
Lowe delivering the message. Say, I'm here too. Don't worry.
Number 21 having a rough day, man. Oh, no. Took him off his feet.
So you see Brooklyn Tech aren't afraid of some contact.
Yeah. But again on that play, number 21, I'll get his name for you right now. If you're Zaire Thomas, you got to turn upfield with more conviction. There was a lot of green grass in front of you. You can't take your time. Catch, turn, go.
And someone that's used to that. Look at the vision. That should have been a loss of 3. But again, Harold Marshall, a patient runner, finds a little slither and makes something out of nothing.
Great football play on both sides. The defense blew up the initial play, but the running back able to keep his composure and turn the negative into a positive.
So it's going to be a 3rd and long despite Harold's efforts. Again, we're doing our best out here. It is a little cold, so if I stutter a little bit, it's because I'm shivering. But Ray's from Canarsie. He doesn't get cold.
I'm built for it. Y'all soft. It's all right.
Third down. Has time. Does he have the accuracy?
Oh.
Ooh. I think his receiver could have bailed him out a little better there. I don't think that was that bad
I
of a
agree.
throw.
They're a little short arm on that one. He could have laid out for it. Little sidearm action on that. We needed that one to be a completion. But the question is, Andre, who'll they go for it on 4th and long?
I go for it.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like Brooklyn Tech is having trouble guarding these routes right now.
Indeed.
So
It's all about execution if you're Fort Hamilton.
yeah, exactly. It's really all about execution. They should have had a first down about 2 minutes ago.
Indeed.
Excuse me, I meant to say a touchdown to Mr. Porter.
First down at the very least.
Yeah, at the very least, if he gets, the turf monster gets him. So it is 4th down.
Biggest play of the game so far.
Marshall out deep. Throw it to him,
Oh,
and he can't bring it in.
Wow.
Marshall is usually sure-handed, but he's unable to bring it in there.
This third quarter is starting to look like theater. I don't use that word often, but this game is becoming theater. Field position, pressure rising.
So, again, our sponsor for this stream is Lights Out Performance, Coach Nook, Coach Morgan. As a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge that gap starting in January. Appreciate you, Lights Out Performance, for sponsoring this stream. So it's a first down for Brooklyn Tech after the turnover on down. Sends a man in motion. It's a fake jet sweep. It's another Harold Marshall tackle. Again, there's something going awry here for Brooklyn Tech.
Fort Hamilton has made the adjustment, and they're doing something that I talked about in the first half that they weren't doing. They're not waiting for the play to happen to them anymore. They are engaging in the action. They might pay for it eventually, but they're willing to live and die with attacking the football, whether it's the quarterback or the running back.
And Harold was coming off the weak side. He wasn't even on the play side.
Right.
So something is happening on the back side for Brooklyn Tech.
2nd and long coming up.
Hands it off. There is a flag.
It's going to be a false start.
Full start or illegal motion?
It looked like the lineman cheated right before the snap. I could be wrong, but that's what I saw.
So we're waiting on the call.
Okay, illegal shift.
Okay, so it's the illegal shift on Brooklyn Tech. So it is coming back. As the fans let them know how they feel about it.
Good call, got to say.
So it's going to be a 2nd down.
I'm sorry to
long.
the Brooklyn Tech fans. Sorry, guys. But that was the right call right there.
2nd down for Brooklyn Tech.
We are in this. Andre, we need to say this again. We are now fully entrenched in a scrap of a championship game.
I know this third quarter is completely different from the first half.
Oh, yeah. Look at the line for Fort Hamilton. They are attacking.
Hands it off to Suarez. Has a nice lane.
Yes,
Can he make a man miss? He's up the sideline. Stiff on someone else for good measure. 15-yard gain. First down, Brooklyn Tech.
Big run there by Suarez. Fort Hamilton's, their defense was to the opposite side of the run. They overloaded on the right side. Suarez ran to the left, and he has the first down of the second half for Brooklyn Tech.
Man, you just see
A little bad luck.
Tristan Suarez, the junior. He's trying to say, hey, listen, there's a lot of talented running backs in the class of 2026. He tries to say, hey, don't forget about me. I know Tyshawn there. I know Amir Moreau's there, but don't forget about Tristan Suarez.
Fort Hamilton's defense was a bit dejected after that first down run. Keep an eye on that.
Like that play, gives it to the up back, Mr. Hendrick.
That
It's
play
a good
was
game.
blown up in the backfield as well.
is marked at the 40.
So gain of about 3. Ball's on the 45-yard line. Second down. First down is on the 37-yard line. Jet sweep.
Stringing this one out.
Guess
Doesn't make the tackle, allowing Brooklyn Tech to get about 5 yards on that run. I thought he had him in the backfield, but he was able to turn the corner on that 5-yard run for Brooklyn Tech. It looks like they're starting to figure out the Fort Hamilton defense a little bit on this series.
Gain of 3. Ball is marked at the 42-yard line of Fort Hamilton. Third down.
Third and about 4 coming up for Brooklyn Tech. In my opinion, this is definitely 4-down territory. Late in the third quarter, the game in the balance. Another score by Brooklyn Tech might put this one away, so you want to secure this drive as best as possible. The crowd for Fort Hamilton is starting to turn up finally. They've been mostly quiet this game. They understand the moment is very big.
Hands up to Mr. Suarez.
Mixing man missing the backfield. Gets near a first down. Good tackle by Fort Hamilton, stopping this bulldog of a running back, Suarez.
As there's a player down for Brooklyn Tech, unfortunately.
Officials timeout for
Don't
injury.
know the number.
Looks
But
to be in a lot of pain as well.
if it's your first time at Sage Media, when a player goes down, we like to take the camera off him. You know, it's a sensitive moment for him, so we like him to have some privacy. And you guys can have some ads in the meantime, right? Can't hurt. There's nothing else to see here. So again, big shout out to COG Sports. COG Sports Performance is here to take all athletes from all sports to the next step. Servicing the tri-state area, COG offers one-on-one and group training, helping athletes reach their maximum potential. For more information, you can find COG Sports on all social media platforms at COGSports_, or you can email cogsports1@gmail.com.
Number 66 for Brooklyn Tech, back on his feet. Just needed a moment. Tough kid. Doesn't want to be helped off. He's walking very strongly, in fact. That's a good sign. Fourth down coming up.
And at Pierre Home Solutions, we don't just buy and sell homes. We open doors to generational wealth. Let us help you make the right move for today, tomorrow, and beyond. So please hit up Chris Pierre. Thank you for sponsoring our stream.
Oh, they're punting the ball away. I'm legit.
It is blocked! It's blocked!
No one knows where the ball is.
Can it be a scoop?
Oh, he should have scooped it and ran. What a big play for Fort Hamilton, blocking the punt, taking advantage of the conservative approach by Brooklyn Tech, and once again have great field position and a third chance for the third quarter to tie this game.
Let me tell you something. That's so funny to me. We saw earlier on the kickoff, as he saw the glory, tries to take the kickoff, the onside kick for a touchdown. Number 12 had a chance for glory for the scoop and score.
I fully expected him
Mr.
to
Haydier.
a scoop and scamper was what I thought was on the menu. He secured the ball. He did the right thing. He secured the ball.
It's a first down.
Play action.
Aiden looking deep, has a man wide open. It's caught. It's a Tiger touchdown. Zaire Thomas.
Zaire Thomas with the second touchdown shot play of the game for Fort Hamilton, opening that playbook with a little misdirection, rolling to the left. Right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing a dime like that. Beautiful play call, beautiful execution, and we are a 2-point conversion away from a tie game in this championship game. And that's what you do coming off a block punt. You open a playbook and you keep this team on their heels.
As they try to do it right now,
Oh, the playbook
they
is
get
wide
set very quickly. It's an odd formation. Only 3 on the offensive line right now. They snap it. They throw it to Zaire. Why not make it 2, sir? Tie ball game.
We have a classic unfolding here. on Sage Media Solutions on YouTube. Tie game, third quarter, block punts, play calling, misdirection, you name it, we got it.
Zaire Thomas with about a 50-yard touchdown pass from his guy Aiden Farley, and then he ties the game up 24-24. Could you ask for a better PSAL 3A championship? I do not think so. And just remember who is delivering this action to you live. You can watch it recorded, you can watch the highlights, but there's nothing like live entertainment, and that's what Sage Media is here to bring you. Me, my guy Ray Jarvis, Zoe the producer, and the rest of the staff that's doing a fantastic job today. Because let me tell you, it ain't easy.
Not at all. Not at all.
Aiden.
Smart with the squib kick after the penalties. Good tackle there by number 13, making sure that this squib kick doesn't turn into a big-time return. All the momentum is on the side of Fort Hamilton. I want to see how Brooklyn Tech responds. They've essentially controlled the game up until this point.
So we have ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 24-24, Aiden Farley with 3 touchdowns on the day, 1 on the ground, 2 through the air. The Tigers have completely dominated this half. Let's see how the Engineers can respond. Michael looking to throw it deep, and he throws an interception instead. That's number 26, Hajani Crew Robinson on the interception.
It was only a matter of time before those risky throws would turn into a mistake. Sad to say, but this might be a game-flipping, championship-deciding mistake for Brooklyn Tech.
When it rains, it pours. Brooklyn Tech needs someone to swim against the current right now because the team is reeling. And Aiden Farley and this hot Tigers offense is right back on the field. And they hand it off to their guy. But that's a great response. What a tackle from number 51, Jordan Hargrove.
That's what you need from your defensive front. When all else fails, let the big boys in the trenches make a play. But they still have their work cut out for them. Yeah, second and long, but this Fort Hamilton offense has shown multiple times that chunk plays are definitely viable and available to them.
Absolutely. So that was a loss of about 4. Fort Hamilton with all the wind in their sails.
Man coverage on the outside, something to keep an eye on. Screen pass on the way. Blown up. Great job once again by Brooklyn Tech, rising to the occasion and not letting the moment get them off their pivot. 2 big hits, but sometimes, I'm an offensive guy, but you need the defense to reset the energy and the tone of the game.
Let me tell you something. Asani Lowe is not afraid to lower the shoulder. That's the second or third big hit from number 23 on the day. That's why he's the leader on defense for the Engineers. So we're counting down the seconds in this action-packed third quarter.
The atmosphere is right. If you can hear the crowd, electric right now.
Fort Hamilton dumps it off to Harold. Stays on his feet. He's going to make it a third and manageable, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. That was all Fort Hamilton as they tie the game up 24-24.
It's going to be 4th down coming up, the biggest 4th down of the season heading into the 4th quarter. Gets no better than this.
Absolutely not, man. We have just over 700 people with us watching this 3A championship game. Again, it's been all about the Tigers blocking a punt, scoring right after they blocked the punt, intercepting it, and now they're knocking on the door. It is a tough 4th down conversion. Let's see if the Tigers can convert. And for the Engineers, it would be a really great stand if they could stop this 4th down. Now, we're assuming that they're going to go for it.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed. This is championship time.
So it's a 4th and about 3. And the offense for the Tigers is on the field. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. I can see this being a Harold handoff. Sends a man in motion. Trips to the bottom now. Hands it off to Harold. Full head of steam. He's still carrying players. And that's what you do when you have a bruising running back like Harold Marshall III.
Not only that, but Harold Marshall understood the moment, didn't tap dance, didn't tippy-toe. He exploded into that line, securing that 1st down.
So it is enough for a 1st down. Ball's on the 26-yard line. I really hope you guys can see in the camera. There's plenty of people here at the Nest on 777 Rutland. Hands it off to Harold again. He's met in the backfield this time.
Good job gang tackling by Brooklyn Tech, getting tired of Harold Marshall completely obliterating them when he's running plays. That's what you like to see from your defense. A lot of heart, a lot of want to. That's what it's going to come down to in the second half, in this 4th quarter specifically. Want to and heart. If you don't have it, you're not a champion.
And that's what's on the line today, a PSAL 3A championship. Both teams from Brooklyn are dying to bring it back to their side of Brooklyn.
Especially Brooklyn Tech. This is a big moment for them, as you said earlier, since 1972. Man coverage on the outside. Keep an eye on that if you're the viewer. There's no safety help to that side.
Hands it off, and he should have thought differently.
Number 7 getting blown up in the backfield yet again. Get this kid some ice after this game.
Emmanuel King won't mind if that ice comes with some ice on his finger. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
3rd and 12. Wind is again blowing to the bottom of your screen. 1st down is the 16-yard line. Aiden to throw. Throws it in the middle. It's tipped at the line.
Late hit on the quarterback.
Ooh. I just took a look. I heard Ray say late hit on the quarterback. I took a slow look, and he just nodded his head. Yeah. That could be one of the biggest plays of this game.
You hate to see it, too. It was going to be 4th and long coming up. Automatic 1st down on that. 15-yard penalty more than likely. Tough crowd.
So Brooklyn Tech bail out the Tigers.
You hate to see that as a young scholar athlete. You don't want to make that kind of mistake. I'm not going to criticize the player because he wants to win a championship. It was a live play. It happens.
Hey, football is an aggressive, violent sport. It's hard to turn it off.
Before Hamilton is in the red zone with a chance to take the lead for the first time since the 1st quarter. Number 7 sets the tackle, has some space on the left side, turns on the Jets, and he will score. Touchdown, Fort Hamilton.
You said he needs some ice after this game. He said, hold on, give me my ring first while I'm in that ice bath.
Talk about it. He said, Coach, stop having me run between the tackles. You know I got speed to the outside, man. And look what happens. Touchdown. Get hype, number 7.
Emmanuel King III scoring a touchdown in this 3A championship to give Fort Hamilton their first lead since the 1st quarter, honestly, since the first drive of the game.
Indeed. This has been a tale of 2 halves for Fort Hamilton. They have come out in the second half, reset the dynamic, and have controlled the entire action. Fort Hamilton lining up to go for 2 to make it an 8-point lead into the fourth quarter. Takes a snap, floats it into the end zone, and it's just out of the reach of August Porter, which leaves the game very much in the balance as Brooklyn Tech will just need a touchdown and an extra point to retake the lead. Fort Hamilton takes advantage of the interception and takes the lead as we head into the next possession for Brooklyn Tech, who's been on their heels most of the second half. Fort Hamilton says to win this championship, you're going to have to go through us for an entire 4 quarters. You don't win championships in 2. You got to play 4 quarters of greatness to call yourself a champion. And right now, all the pressure is on Brooklyn Tech. On a positive side for Brooklyn Tech, granted it was a turnover. They started to get some positive traction on offense. I think coming into this possession, you'll see the Fort Hamilton offense we saw in the first half, and we'll have some real theater coming up in this fourth quarter. Another squib kick right to the special teams group of Brooklyn Tech, giving them great field position near midfield to start this drive, their biggest drive of the season. Again, this is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. Like this video as you watch it. Subscribe. Lock in with Sage Media, and we will be recapping championship weekend this Monday with the New York Football Talk podcast. But before that, we also have big-time championship football tomorrow as well. So pull up the Sage Media Solutions and lock in with us as we give you the best high school sports coverage in the city. Brooklyn Tech lines up, a little bit of confusion on what the play call is. Man goes to the motion to the right, takes the snap, hands it off to Suarez, and again, there's a man in the backfield, but Suarez makes a miss in a big-time first down run for Suarez. As I said to you before, I expect Brooklyn Tech to put together a strong drive, and so far with the first play, 13 or 14-yard run, they are doing so immediately.
It is absolutely winning time here for both of these teams. There is no tomorrow. It is the championship. Who wants to go home as 3A champions? Every decision, every run, every block, you're going to remember it forever. So let's see how these young men produce.
Fort Hamilton's loading up the box, bobbles the handoff, still running though, keeps his composure. This is again, Mr. Suarez will be playing on Saturdays at the next level. He is a stud.
As we have an injury on the play, unfortunately. This is for Brooklyn Tech. Like I said, here at Sage Media, we like to take the camera off of the young man while he's having a very sensitive moment. So hopefully he's okay. I can't see a number. I know it's 50-something. So it's 56. Thank you on that. That's Hassan Osman.
These young fellas are leaving it all on the field trying to win this championship. Commendable. But again, it's deeper than a championship. It's about getting back to class on Monday. You don't want to be limping around or missing time. You know, scholar before athlete.
Absolutely. And the engineers here are primed. They have the ball on the 31-yard line. Down 6 points. And the thing about Brooklyn Tech, since we know they have a kicker, it brings a whole new dynamic into the game where they can get to the 20-yard line and kick the field goal, and it's fine.
And you're right, but after that block punt, I'm not sure how eager they will be to kick. I think they want to get 6 and an extra point, and that's the only kick they want to see.
Honestly, yeah, I see what you're saying there. So Osman, number 56, is okay. Walks off under his own power. So we have a first.
Get back on there.
You have a 1st and 10 for the Engineers.
One of the big boys up front on the offensive line for the Engineers. Grabbing that left knee. We hope he's okay.
Low snap, hands it off, and there's a pack of Tigers to handle it, but
Enough
it's
for the first down.
enough for the first down.
Christian Suarez on the carry, brings the ball to the 27-yard line of Fort Hamilton. Good enough for an Engineers.
What's noticeable, Andre, is after that interception, Brooklyn Tech has decided we're just going to run the ball so far. They haven't put the ball in the air yet. They want to make sure this ball is secure and have a positive outcome with this drive.
And Mr. Suarez has been the go-to man all day long. So I honestly, if I'm Brooklyn Tech, I'm okay living or dying with my the hot hand. As it's the 1st and 10 inside the 30.
And as we
Jump,
say it,
looking to throw. He's wide open. It's a touchdown. Engineers. Ezra Jose ties the game.
as I told you guys before this series started, I liked what I saw on offense of Brooklyn Tech and expect them to have a positive outcome on this drive. And I love when the players prove me right. Great drive, tie game, with a chance to go back ahead.
What a pitch and catch. Michael Jung to Ezra Jose. Extra point pending. Brooklyn Tech will reclaim the lead. And this class, oh no, it's no good. It's no good.
Extra point, and the game remains tied. This is theater. We have a classic in front of us. And of course they missed the kick because we deserve a classic this afternoon.
Wow. The wind has been blowing to the near sideline all day. And I'm not sure if the mics picked it up, but I heard the big thud off the upright. So again, this classic 3A championship is brought to you by Lights Out Performance, Coach Nook,
What a game.
Coach Morgan. What a game to sponsor. As a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge that gap starting in January. So make sure you follow Lights Out Performance on Instagram. As that kick is taken, Mr. Porter stays on his feet, and he's tackled. Asani Lowe, he's in on every play, man. Man.
He returns it to the 44-yard line of Fort Hamilton.
I wish we had, I know we can't play music, as the game's going on, it's high school, but I just really need some epic music right now.
Oh, yeah.
7:55.
You need some
Saturday
NFL Films music
You
right
know what
now.
I'm saying? 7:55 left in this 3A championship at the Nest. And I think we have a lot more fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Hands it off to Harold Marshall. Has a lot of room outside. Stiff arms a man.
Big time open field tackle there by Nathaniel Shulman, saving what could have been a 25-yard run.
But there is a flag. It was a late one, too.
I didn't see it. Wow. Might be against Brooklyn Tech from the body language of Fort Hamilton.
It was a really late flag, though. I'm not sure what it could have
It's
been.
usually an unsportsmanlike or something, Fort Hamilton's going backwards. Let's put on the call. Yeah.
The referee never. He's gonna give the
There it
sign
is.
now. Personal.
What? Okay.
Personal foul.
I didn't.
Fort Hamilton brings the ball.
So over here, it's a personal foul. It's not.
Ouch.
Is that after the play?
Has to be a dead ball. Well, it's still first down, so I don't know. I'm not gonna assume. Tough break for Fort Hamilton though after that big run to start the drive.
So as the wind picks up again, it's going to be 1st and 15 The first down is in Brooklyn Tech territory on their own, on the Brooklyn Tech 46.
And the wind is picking up even more.
Hands it off to Harold. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he's still pushing.
This kid, man. This
Stud.
kid.
We have 2 stud running backs in this championship game. Saturdays are in your future, young men.
Only a sophomore in Harold Marshall. Only a junior in Tristan Suarez.
Advances the ball to the 46-yard line of Fort Hamilton.
So that's just what the doctor ordered for Fort Hamilton. 2nd and 8, much more manageable. 2 to the bottom of the screen. Aiden looking to throw. He throws it. Probably better he didn't catch it. It was going nowhere.
Agreed. Short-armed it nevertheless, but as you said, some incompletions are positives.
Yeah. Stops the clock, reset. Again, unfortunately for the Tigers, the wind is picking up just at the wrong time. So they send trips to the bottom of your screen. Harold Marshall to the right of Aiden Farley. Aiden rolls out to the left, still looking, has a lot of room to run. He's gonna look to throw, he fakes it! He dives for the first down! What a play, Aiden Farley!
Play. Fakes the run, fakes the pass, dives for the first down. Championship play by your quarterback. What more could you ask for?
Man, we have a bunch of videographers, a bunch of photographers on the field. I
highlights
really
of this game?
hope somebody caught that. He completely laid out. Oh, he was short? Oh, I didn't think he was short.
What?
Oh.
Tough break. Wait a minute. I don't know. Did they maybe his knee landed first?
Must have been.
Wow.
So it's a 4th and 1.
Shotgun
Aiden checks the wind. The wind is pretty.
We know who's getting the ball.
You got to imagine it's going to Harold Marshall.
Most certainly is.
Here it comes. And he gets it. And more! House call! Tigers! Touchdown! Harold Marshall!
What a run. Mano-y-mano in open field. Sheds the tackle and walks in for that touchdown. What a 4th quarter. Haymakers training. Classic unfolded here in Brooklyn.
Wow.
All of the stars have delivered in this game.
You just have to laugh. Everyone.
I'm getting hyped, and I don't even go to any of these schools. This is great football.
Everyone in Brooklyn knew who was getting the ball. It did not matter. Harold Marshall III. It's only right that he gets into the end zone in this 3A championship.
Like I said before, get your best players the ball and let them take you home. And we've seen it in this quarter.
Aiden, there's a flag on the play. It's intercepted. You can't return it. Whistle, whistle, so nobody gets hurt, please. Thank you.
What is the flag?
It is no good, but there is a flag on the play.
So there's a flag on the play.
Wow.
So the penalty was an illegal motion. So the 2-point conversion is no good. Points left on the field with 6:08 left in this PSAL 3A championship. Our score is Fort Hamilton 36, Brooklyn Tech 30.
It is officially winning time here in the 4th quarter. We have traded championship drives from both sides. What does Brooklyn Tech have in store? Down 6 with 6 minutes remaining in the game. 6 minutes remaining in this season. I cannot wait to see what's next. I'm fully in fan mode right now. Forgive me. Everyone on their feet. When I tell you right now, I'm looking at the crowd. Everyone is on their feet right now. Cold be damned. Getting ready to kick. The wind has picked up here in the fourth quarter. And the kick is off. Another bouncer. He struggles to field it. Makes a man miss. Turns it up the field, and he is going to be brought down near the 34-yard line. These kickoffs have been treacherous. You never know what's next. The Fort Hamilton defense on the last series, if you ask me, started to feel themselves a little bit. They had the lead. They thought they had the momentum. And Brooklyn Tech let them know that they are not going to lay down, and I expect more of that with this possession. As our monitor takes a win, has decided to be very disrespectful. But we're still locked in here.
Loss of yardage back to the 45-yard line.
Okay, so
second and 14.
Wow. We have our stream back up. If you can hear me, it is second and long, and it'll be a false start against Brooklyn Tech. Telling you, it's winning time. Things are going to start getting a little crazy in here. The Fort Hamilton crowd turning up. This is as loud as they've been all game. Brooklyn Tech is going to need their fans to turn up to match that energy.
Second and 19.
Second and what looks to be about 20. Or maybe 17. I'm trying to get an idea where the spot is. Looks about second and 18. Takes a snap, fakes it to Suarez. Just out of the reach of Urza Jose, who would have had a lot of real estate to work with had he been able to corral that pass. Tough break for Brooklyn Tech. Great play call. Just a smidge off with the execution. Third and super long coming up. Fort Hamilton crowd once again turning up. Man coverage on the right side. Quarterback looks to his right, puts it up in the middle of the field, and then it's almost intercepted. And that might have decided the game. but 4th and long is coming up, and Brooklyn Tech has a decision to make. Brooklyn Tech, the quarterback is getting the word from the sidelines, and it looks as though Brooklyn Tech will punt the ball down a touchdown with 4 minutes remaining in this championship game. It'll be up to the Brooklyn Tech defense to get a stop and give the offense one more shot to secure a title.
James White back to kick.
Every yard matters on this punt, and it's a bit of a shank. Takes a neutral bounce, and Fort Hamilton would have it at around the 35-yard line. Number 13 for Fort Hamilton getting a little arrogant, pointing at the crowd. Aiden Porter of Fort Hamilton, you might not want to do that. This game is not decided yet, and the sports gods have a wicked sense of humor. Please stay locked into the game. Sir. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. We'll probably get one more play before the 4-minute warning, and then it's championship time for both sides. Fort Hamilton has done a hell of a job in the second half. All the adjustments made, raised the level of tenacity on defense, has controlled the line of scrimmage with the exception of one drive, and now they have a chance to let their offense, who has dominated in the second half, secure the championship. You got to figure a couple of first downs, and they'll lock down this title. How they approach it is the question. Will they keep it on the ground? Will they get aggressive and try to go for the knockout blow? These are questions that will unfold over the next 2 to 3 plays.
Yo, D, come on right now. D, don't shoot me up.
Did you ever go down? Did you? Yeah. I wasn't sure, so I just kept going.
All right, so I'm back on. Sorry about that, guys. I know the screen went black. Probably missed just one play. You know, it's a very windy here in Brooklyn. The wind literally blew down some crucial equipment, so we had to run down there. And
disrespectful wind.
The wind was too disrespectful just now.
Big shout out to everyone in the crowd braving the cold. Shout out to us braving the cold. And the snap, hands it off, runs to the right. Great pursuit by Brooklyn Tech, who are like, we're not going to lay down and hand over a championship. We want to give our offense a chance to score for the win.
Officials, timeout, that is.
4-minute warning.
Man. So we are back. Full speed ahead. 4 minutes to decide a PSAL 3A champion. How many first downs does Fort Hamilton need? I'd say maybe about 3.
Yes. Agreed. Do they have it in them? Let's see. Blitz off the edge. Hands it off. Almost sends a tackle. And if he breaks out of that tackle, he's still running. 3rd and long coming up. Championship 3rd down coming up. A lot to be decided.
And it's a timeout, Brooklyn Tech.
Everything is going the way they've wanted so far on the series. But don't rule out Fort Hamilton going to the air on this 3rd and long.
I wouldn't doubt it. You have the second leading passer in the entire PSAL. Obviously the leading passer in the 3A in Aiden Farley. You have one of the most dangerous weapons in the entire league in Harold Marshall III. You have the Porter brothers on the edge. Why not let fly?
Exactly. You smart. You know a thing or two, Andre.
Man. Over 800 people enjoying this championship game. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I can't wait to see this conclusion. Again, I think we have another twist and turn in this game.
Yeah, this game is far from over. The Brooklyn Tech crowd once again getting back into it, understanding the importance of this moment. Empty backfield, takes a snap, rolls to his left, and has a lot of green in front of him. If he just takes it, throws it a double coverage, and it is incomplete. Risky throw. And he gets away with it. He probably should have tucked and run. He might still be running or still keep the possession, but it sure looks like now Fort Hamilton will have to punt it and put the defense back on the field with a chance to secure a championship.
It will be all about the Tigers' defense. Can they stand up and hold the charge from the Engineers here? Michael Jung has something else to say about that. Need to snap, need to hold, need to kick.
Will they fake it here is the question.
Absolutely not. And it's a good kick, and it will not be fielded. Does it take a good bounce?
Clutch kick.
So it's a good punt, goes about 30 yards, let's say. And when you're playing football in a schoolyard, these are the scenarios you draw up.
This is tailor-made. This is it. You're in the backyard 3 minutes ago. You're at quarterback. You're the quarterback of Brooklyn Tech wears number 12. This is his Tom Brady moment.
Whoa.
If he could,
this guy Ray is 3 steps ahead of everybody.
You know, I'm trying, man.
You hear the defense chants from the Fort Hamilton sideline. Everything on the line. Could this be last chance saloon for the Engineers? Mike throws it deep, and it's incomplete.
Like that play call by Brooklyn Tech. The whole world might have thought they'd go safe on first down. You never know what the defense might do. You could have caught him sleeping. Great decision there to go deep on first down. That sets the tone for what kind of drive this is going to be.
But there is a flag on the play.
Oh, really?
Illegal formation.
It's an illegal formation.
I didn't even see when that flag came in.
So even if they caught it, it would not have counted.
Tough.
It's probably saved them some pain in the long run.
You're right. But if you're Fort Hamilton, you know exactly how Brooklyn Tech is coming on this clutch championship or bust drive.
So it's going to be 1st and 15. Ball is on the 39-yard line. The first down is the Fort Hamilton 46. Can Michael Jung lead this Engineer team down the field on a game-winning drive? They handed it off to Suarez, but he is met, but he's still on his – man, what a tough runner, Ray.
Even the tackles for loss, these runs are impressive. He will not be denied.
He will not be denied is correct, man.
Credit to the Fort Hamilton defense as well. Great pursuit to the football again. Not reading and not reacting. They're just reacting, and whatever happens, happens.
2nd down. 2nd and 12. 2 on the top of your screen, 2 on the bottom. Michael looking left, throws left, into traffic. What a catch! Elijah Hendrick lays out for it, but there is a flag. It looks like it's on Fort Hamilton. Elijah Hendrick. Just like we're saying in the schoolyard, this is what you draw up. Last possession of the game, your team is trying to win the game, lays out for the catch, tack on another 15 yards for the Engineers.
Everything is going haywire for Hamilton right now.
The 15-yard penalty brings the ball down to the 19-yard line. The 18-yard line.
Did he hit him too hard when he laid out? Is that what it was?
I don't know. They just called a personal foul. I didn't see what it was on.
First and 10 Engineers.
Wow. But while you were getting things situated, number 13 for Brooklyn Tech, Aiden Porter was prematurely celebrating.
Really?
And I said the sports gods have a wicked sense of humor, and we're seeing it play out right now.
Hands it off to Mr. Suarez. Tries to bounce it outside. He does. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Brooklyn Tech.
The Engineers doing what they do. Walking right down the field. Prophecy fulfilled. The sports gods and that sense of humor will catch you 10 times out of 10. The Engineers have a chance to regain the lead.
So this
Wow.
is crucial here. They weren't able to convert the previous 2-point field goal, excuse me. Can Brooklyn Tech convert? The last one went right off the right upright. Here is the most important PAT of the day. There's a flag.
12 men on the field.
And
it
it's good.
Okay.
There were 12 men on the field. Doesn't matter. PAT good. Brooklyn Tech with the 1-point lead. 37-36.
Of course they scored. Of course they did. This game deserves an epic finish. Fort Hamilton will have one last shot.
So yes, the score is 37-36. There's a bit of confusion on the scoreboard in the stadium, but yes, it is 37-36. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. The Engineers are going to try to hold off the high-flying Tigers offense.
I guess if you're Fort Hamilton, what better way to decide your season than to have your greatest strength on the field?
Ray, we are at 1K viewers to see this epic finale of this 3A championship. I'm pretty confident that's Mr. Suarez's third touchdown on the day, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
They took the penalty. No, that's not right.
12 men on the field is a 15-yard penalty.
No, that's not right because they declined it because they made the kick. All right. All right.
A lot of yards for that penalty, but I digress.
So they kick it off, and it's going to go into the end zone.
The best kick of the afternoon.
He must know, like, I'm letting this thing fly, boy. I'm letting this one fly.
Loose.
Now, again, I'm going to say the same saying again. When you're a little kid and you and your mans goes out into the parking lot to play some football, you say, all right, 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. We're down 1, 20-yard line. Let's get it. Aiden Farley, the senior, last game in a Tigers uniform. Can he lead his team 80 yards down the field?
It's going to be a tough ask for Brooklyn Tech. Fort Hamilton has all 3 of their timeouts and a great offense.
And that was a bad start.
Wow. Almost a pick six.
A pick six. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
And it would have been your guy, Mr. Suarez.
What, has he been on defense this whole game?
Hey,
listen.
do what you got to do to
You
secure the pass.
There's a 3A championship on the line. If I got to play offense, if I got to get on the offensive line, that's what I'll do for my team. Mr. Suarez. 2nd and 10. 2 men on the top of your screen. Looks that direction, throws it. It's caught, has some room. That's Mr. Porter. August has been having a great day.
Great poise shown by Fort Greene. They're just running the offense. They don't look afraid. They don't look rushed. They know exactly what they want to do, and they're going to execute. Again, what benefits them is they have a great offense, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. So timing isn't an issue. It's all about execution if you're Fort Greene right now.
Again, as the wind picks up, there's no other quarterback I'd rather have in the 3A than Aiden Farley. Looks left, throws left. It's incomplete.
Threw that a little too early. He was trying to get it to Porter before Porter got out of his break. Just a little bit off target.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Remember, the clock on your screen is not the official clock. Only the referee on the field has the official clock, but we are synced up.
If you're Fort Hamilton, you notice that there's soft coverage on the outside for Brooklyn Tech, so they're going to take whatever yardage is given to them, I expect.
Fakes it, still looking downfield. He's going to run it. He slides. Good decision from Aiden Farley. He wanted to let it go.
7-yard run right there. Great decision running, as you said. All you want to get is positive yardage if you're Fort Hamilton, and they use their first timeout. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in this championship game. A lot to be decided, and we will bring it to you here at Sage Media Solutions.
Ray, this has been a back and forth affair. Just like you said, it deserves a fantastic finish. So many people watching this live stream, over 1,000 people. Thank you for all of your support. I mean, let's be real. There's got to be, just on the Fort Hamilton sideline, that looks like maybe 300 people on the Fort Hamilton sideline, more on the Brooklyn Tech sideline, maybe like another 500.
You might
so
be underselling that 300 too, I'm not going to lie.
Seriously. So this is all to support our young men out here living out their dream. And every kid at home, watch these young men standing up in this moment. Whoever wins or loses, both teams did more than leave it all out there.
I'll say we got about 1,000 in attendance, 1,000 viewing. All football eyes are on this 3A championship game here in the Nest. It gets no better. The sun is setting. The ambiance is immaculate. Let's get it.
Aiden throws it in the middle to Zaire. Caught in the middle of the field, though. So that was enough for the first down. The clock does stop on each first down. So they reset quickly. No huddle. Aiden looking. Plenty of time. Driven out. Goes out of bounds. Smart play from Mr. Farley.
What I like from Farley is he is not bothered by the moment. You love to have senior quarterbacks in these championship moments because nothing gets too big for him. He's running the offense. He doesn't look afraid at all. Oh, the pass is not there? Okay, I'll run. Okay, I'll get out of bounds. No panic in sight.
No panic in sight for the senior. And I would like to see them attack the middle of the field. I feel like it has been vulnerable before. They did miss the throw.
They're playing it safe because the safeties are.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Aiden rolls out, goes the opposite way now, trying to keep the play alive.
He's gonna have to get rid of it.
Are they gonna call it grounding? Yes, they are.
He's out of the pocket. The ball past the line of scrimmage.
But they threw. I guess they could put the flag back in their pocket.
Okay.
Let's see what happens here.
Farley keeps it himself. There is a flag on the play.
So they wave off the flag,
Yeah,
so it's not grounding.
It's the ball past the line of scrimmage.
But so There doesn't have to be a man in the vicinity?
No, once you're out of the pocket, the ball just has to get beyond the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there you go.
You're welcome, guys.
So it's a 3rd down. First down is the Engineers' 38-yard line, 2 to the bottom of your screen, 1 on top. Motioning a man. Aiden throws it. It's caught right at the first down. That is to Aiden Porter.
How is he calling that short? That was.
So that's so crucial. They needed a timeout. And why that's so crucial is now with 1:23 left, you have to get this first down. So that's Fort Hamilton's 2nd timeout. So the question is, of course, you almost have an automatic first down in Harold Marshall, right? But at what cost do you run it?
It's the game. It's the season.
I understand that, but
you get a first down, the clock stops.
That's true. No, that's a good point. I'll give you that. So all 1,000 people in this chat knows the ball's going to Harold Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
What does Brooklyn Tech need to do to stop it?
Load up the line. At this point, I need about 7 to 8 on that line. Mano y mano.
You think it's a little dangerous, though? Aiden can pull it and throw it right over your head.
Maybe. Possibly. 4th and short. Shotgun run. Blow this play up. Steve Spagnuolo would.
So instead, they said, we are going to keep all of these seconds. We don't want 1 second to leave this clock.
Hard count. Gets him offside. Tough break for Brooklyn Tech. What a game. If you don't like this, you don't love football.
I think if you don't love football, you'll fall in love with it after this game. An instant classic in the PSAL 3A championship. Fresh set of downs for the Tigers. 1st and 10 on the 34.
Coverage on the left side if they want it.
Aiden takes the snap, looks left, throws left, has a man, it's hit. Asani Lowe makes sure Zaire can't pull it in.
Big time defensive play right there. It's almost as if they're baiting them to throw over the middle just to light up those receivers. If you're not completely accurate in the middle of the field, it's a treacherous decision.
So remember, Fort Hamilton have 1 timeout. 1 timeout remaining. 2nd and 10. Looks left. Throws left. Almost intercepted. Skullman could not bring it in. That was the championship in his hand, Ray.
That was the game. Wow. 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 Every play, the greatness of this game just increases.
Aiden Farley has 9 lives, Ray. He lives to fight another day. Can he break the hearts of the Engineers? Pump fakes, throws it up to his man, and there's a flag.
Pass interference is on the way. But is it a catchable ball? Is that a rule at the high school level?
I think it absolutely was catchable.
They're calling a hold. It's not a pass interference. They're calling holding on it. Automatic, first down, 5-yard penalty. Wow. This is a game. This is almost like one of those movies where every time you think you know what's going to happen, the plot takes a different twist.
Is fortune on the Tigers' side? Brooklyn Tech had the championship in their hand, literally fumbled it. But nonetheless, that's why there's 11 people on the field. You got to pick up for your man.
Pass interference against the defense, so they talked it over. The referee who threw the flag Satan hold, but after talking it over, they called it pass interference.
So the ball is on the 19-yard line as the sun is beginning to set.
A little over 1 minute left, 62 seconds left in this 3A championship game. Fort Hamilton is driving to take the lead and essentially driving to win the championship.
So now here's the question. Do you sneak in a Harold Marshall run?
Maybe. If there's a time to do it, it's now.
Let's see. Aiden Farley. That's going to be a holding. Great defense, but it's coming back regardless. But shout out to number 32, Kieran Sankbell. Crucial penalty there.
This game, 10-yard loss, still in decent field position. I don't know what their kicking situation is, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to score a touchdown.
Ray, ball is on the right hash mark. What's my favorite route concept?
You want that corner route?
You know me. I love that corner route. Test them there. The ball's on their right side.
If there was ever a time, they haven't tested them all day with that particular play.
They
take a shot plays, but not that route.
They have Zaire in the slot.
Empty backfield.
Aiden looks left, still looking. Could have taken himself just short of the 20-yard line. They need to hurry. No, they're going to use a timeout. So that is Fort Hamilton's final timeout of the game. That's going to be the final timeout for Fort Hamilton. 46 seconds left in this game. Man.
Crazy. This is epic. I'm almost salty now that I can't get to call tomorrow's game. This is epic, man.
Listen, the 1A and the 4A have a lot to live up to in this game.
This is a classic opening act.
Man, they say, yo, you call us the opening act? This is the main course right here. Brooklyn Tech, Fort Hamilton, a game that will be remembered for years, no matter who raises the trophy at the end.
And one thing I'll say is I gave the quarterback of Fort Hamilton a lot of credit early on for his poise, but the last couple of possessions, he has looked nervous. So let's see what they do.
As the wind picks up, blowing to the bottom of the screen, throws that direction. Great tackle from Tristan Suarez. I mean, who else? And this is third down, correct? Yes. So it's third down. 26 seconds on the clock. A lot of time is expiring. Aiden looking. Throws it up.
Puts it up.
It's short. It's a fourth down.
Wow. What do you do if you're Fort Hamilton? Do you kick the field goal? Do you go for it?
I think you go for it, honestly. The wind is really picking up now.
Wow.
17.8 seconds left.
Fourth down for a championship. Brooklyn Tech, first appearance since 1972. One play to win it all.
I think they're bringing the kicking.
What?
I think they're going to kick it.
No way. Just when you think you have the answers, they change the questions.
Remember, they don't have a timeout, so they have to get this kickoff. A lot of time is expiring right now.
Wait a minute.
Fort Hamilton do not have a timeout.
The quarterback, who's also the kicker, is going to try to win
Aiden
the championship.
Farley for the 3A championship. The kick is up. It's wide left. It's wide left.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Brooklyn Tech is going to go home your 3A champions.
Oh, my God. Hell of a job. Hell of a fourth quarter. Had the distance. But the wind, again, the deciding factor. I almost took Andre out just now. I couldn't believe it.
What was I saying this whole time? The wind was blowing to our sideline, the bottom of your screen. And I think that played a major factor.
Wow. And to that player who prematurely celebrated, the sports gods will always have the last laugh. Brooklyn Tech, it's about to be your 3A New York City champions.
What a game, an instant classic. Brooklyn Tech are your PSAL 3A champions, upsetting the one-seeded Fort Hamilton Tigers.
What a game. What a moment. Classic material.
Ray, it's been an absolute pleasure calling these games with you today. Folks, we're going to call that a live stream. Congratulations to Brooklyn Tech as they are your 3A champions.
See the emotions.
Congratulations.
Hamilton struggling with the defeat. That's the thing. As much as it's a thrill of victory, someone has to lose in this fashion. You feel bad for the kids at Fort Hamilton. They really wanted this. They had a shot to win it late. And that win pushed that field goal to the left. Man, what a game, Andre. What a game.
That game will be an instant classic for the PSAL, for Andre Johnson and Ray Jarvis. Our 3A champions are Brooklyn Tech. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We have all of the action at Midwood, the 1A and the 3A championship. 1A and 4A championship. Good night, everyone.